Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods here. Whew. On Hump Day. It is Wednesday of week 3 of the NFL season. And apparently, our Dallas Cowboys have kind of sent a message to the NFL that we're not as bad as everybody thought we were. And I know it was only the Giants and it was only the Redskins. But see, here's the thing you've got to do in the NFL. You first have to take care of business in your division. Okay? Then you worry about outside the division. And right now you are 2-0 in your division. That is a great place to start. In fact, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are 15-5 over the last 3+ years against the division, and that's stellar. That's New England esque. New England, of course, hell, New England in that division, I got to tell you, they really rarely have much challenges. Now I know Buffalo is 2-0 this year to start out with, but you look at the Jets and you look at the Dolphins, and you got 4 wins right there. You got two of the worst teams in football in your division. Although you might be able to say that we could challenge for that as well. And we still don't really know about the Eagles. The Eagles have started out kind of slow. Carson Wentz doesn't look quite like the MVP that everybody was touting him to be. But we'll have to wait and see because it's still early. And I always say this, don't get fooled by September, because a lot of teams come out in September, play really, really well, and then drop off the face of earth. Other teams were left for dead and come back around and play well. Now, this season, it's been interesting, well, not really interesting, actually kind of sad, where you see so many of the top quarterbacks that are just gone. I mean, we started off the season with Andrew Luck retiring. Then we get Drew Brees with the ligament damage and, out 6 weeks or so. Big Ben, with the elbow, we still haven't heard exactly what it is, but we're hearing rumors that it might be that he needs a Tommy John surgery, in which case it's different than baseball. You're throwing a heavier ball. It's one of those things that you may not be able to come back. Nick Foles got a shoulder, and now we're hearing about Cam Newton may not be able to play this week because of his ankle. And then, of course, there's Kirk Cousins, who shouldn't be out there playing either because, well, his feelings are hurt. But all in all jokes aside, people will say, I'm seeing some tweets and stuff that, maybe the Cowboys didn't need Zeke, or, Dak Prescott is the guy, or, Dak Prescott isn't the guy. It's because you got Zeke, or it was Amari Cooper that was coming. But if you've been following my channel throughout the summers, I said you need all three. We learned, we actually had, you could go through the data and look. 2015, we didn't have a quarterback. We had Tony Romo, great offensive line. We still had the fourth best rushing attack in football. And if you would listen to the talking heads that say that anybody could do what Dak Prescott's doing, Josh Norman as well, with this team, take a look at 2015. Offensive line, studs, fourth best rushing attack. Yet, without Tony Romo, we were 1-11. 1-11. When we didn't have Zeke for those 6 games, well, actually 7 games he didn't play in the Giant, we were 4-3. We lost to Atlanta, we lost to the Eagles, and we lost to the Chargers. Be it 3 playoff teams, but it still was not the same team. And I will put some of that also on Scott Linehan as well as Tyron Smith being out. But it clearly was not the same team. Even with Dak and Zeke, we were 3-4 until we got Amari Cooper. It's those 3 guys that are making this offense go, along with Scott Linehan being gone and having Kellen Moore calling the plays. There's things that you understand in football. For example, play action. About 5 years ago, the Cowboys were running play action about 20% of the time, which was high at that point. But since then, teams like the Rams run it like 26, 27% of the time. Because play action, if you don't know what it is basically you're faking the run. And when you have an elite back like Zeke Elliott back there, the linebackers have to respect it. If the safety's in the box, he cannot go into pass coverage. It freezes people. It makes them react. In which case, if you're running the ball, then you're facing 7 and 8 men fronts, and the Dallas Cowboys under Scott Linehan would just try and muscle through that all the time. Or you fake the run and you pass, because now the advantage is to you, where you've got one-on-one coverage, and chances are you're going to have enough time to throw. And nothing could be more evident than basically all of these pieces being put to work at the same time on the 51-yard pass play from Dak Prescott. BU, the ninth he's had 50-plus yards in his young career. Now what you're going to see is, on this, and this is actually incredible. You see the linebackers right in here, okay? They're squatting and everything. You've got, he's way off the ball. You got Amari Cooper in motion. You've got not in motion. You got Amari Cooper going across the formation. You've got Witten looking like he's going to do a wham. Sorry, let me look up here. You got Witten looking like he's going to do a wham block in the middle. You got Dak Prescott with Zeke in here. And as we go through, you see the linebackers stay here. The cornerback stays here. He continues on across the formation. Dak looks like he's going to hand off. Regular play, right? Pulls it back out the belly. You've got the linebacker sucked in here because they're worried about stopping Zeke Elliott. You now have one-on-one coverage here, one-on-one coverage here. Boom. And look at this. Boom. The defender is way back here. So you're looking at guys that are wide open or having space. And that's what's key. Because the defense doesn't know what is coming at them. We got to cover the pass and the run, as opposed to what we would normally do would be we would just run the football right there, man on man. And you see the offensive line has walled off real well. Dak has a great pocket in here. He's going to step up so he can make this throw because he feels the pressure on the outside. And then he just, look at that. Look at that pocket. Look at that. And then he launches it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Boom. He's got a step. He puts the ball placement right where he can make the play. Boom. Touchdown. So let's look at it in real time.
Yeah, but we really love 33. Yes, they do. A lot of time for Prescott. Going to launch it. Beautiful. Going deep down the field.
Perfect.
Right
there. Perfect.
Devin Smith, the speedster out of Ohio State, the former Jet, with his first catch
just
of the
incredible
year,
execution
yards.
all across the board. So you can't say it was Dak. You can't say it was Zeke. You can't say it was Amari Cooper. You can't say it was the offensive line. You have to check off all of the boxes. Because if you look at it, boom. He's got time. Zeke fakes it, holds the linebackers. He's got one-on-one coverage with these guys. And that's what I talk about, death by 1,000 cuts. There are so many ways that this offense can get you. We can run the ball. We can man up with Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard and just go ahead and mano. We've got stallions, that race horses that can go out there and get open and catch the ball. We're not looking at Cole Beasley. No shade on Cole. Cole was great in the slot.
Yes, they do.
But Cole Beasley was not the guy that's going to be able to go to the house like this. Nor was Terrence Williams. You have really great wide receivers, and you have possession guys in Jason Witten. So, if your defense, and I've said this before, it's your worst nightmare to go against this Dallas Cowboys offense right now. And we'll see. There's going to be tougher games. There's going to be better teams that we're going to be facing coming up. Better defenses and things. But you know that you can man up and go against almost anyone. And this is where you see, finally, the handcuffs are off of Dak Prescott. You're seeing Kellen Moore basically throw away Scott Linehan's playbook and say, we're just starting all over. We're going to use everything and everybody. And by distributing this ball around, you have to be excited if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. I can't wait to actually face some of the better teams in the NFL to see how we really stand. We have the Miami Dolphins, who are in fire sale mode, but don't make any mistake about it. It could be a trap game. Understand that just because they don't have top talent on that team, that those guys aren't auditioning to be on that team or to go elsewhere. So they will man up and try and play better than what they've played. Now, I understand, I know they've been blown the heck out, but this is the NFL, and it's a week-to-week league. So do not sleep and think that this is just a bye week. It is not. Every game, you have to come out there and stomp on somebody's throat. I am so excited about this offense and the fact that we're getting Robert Quinn back in time to play against his old team will help us because we got Tyrone Crawford who is dealing with that hip a little bit. It's got some hip soreness and may not be ready to go. But to be able to pull in now Robert Quinn and put him out on the field, having had time to have that hand healed, and having guys like Hayter and stuff that can kind of step in. This is the difference of this Dallas Cowboys team versus other teams that we've had in the past, where we lose a starter, we got nobody to fill in. Right now, we've been pretty good, and we'll see how that continues to roll. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, as much as I wish I could just sit here and talk about football all day, I got to get to my day job because I got bills to pay. But I'll see you soon.